Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition. Sphere, not spear, sphere of influence. I'm Serious JG. Gonna drop down a couple of videos real quick, then I have to get away from this for a while, and then I'll have a pretty long session in front of me. So, yeah. Let's jump in and get a little, sphere influencing done. Now, the uploads are pretty well caught up right now. One of the reasons I need to record 2 videos real quick before I can get into my other stuff I want to do before I can get a real long session going is I want to have time to process them and upload them for tomorrow. Because, in fact, with the 2 uploads a day thing, I have actually no Nobunaga's Ambition in the can. This is completely current with what people are able to watch right now. It's a Yoshihime who... Masamune was her son, but she hated him and tried to kill him because she's kind of messed up. Doesn't hate him as much as, no, blanking out the YouTube user's name. The, long back and forth with somebody on, I gotta turn down the sound here, pardon me. Long back and forth with somebody in the comments who's, just kind of popping up on every video with all this, like, extra historical background on what's going on. Just like, yeah, that's cool. Just kind of went on a little mini rant about how they always make too big of a deal out of Masamune, and he's like, he's not that great. I don't know why everyone's talking about Masamune. And I had this whole long back and forth where I was trying to like say, well, he did send like an expedition west when nobody was doing that, and like he was trying to modernize the country, and like the person kept coming back and saying, yeah, but he wasn't a very good war leader, and such defeated him at the battle of such and such. And I'm blanking on your name, and I'm sorry because you're commenting on almost every video. But yeah, it's like sometimes that's how it is on YouTube. You're in the comments section going back and forth, and you're like, man, how much do I care about this topic? Do I need to drop this? It's like pulling teeth to get them to acknowledge, okay, I guess Masamune is somewhat important. I just think these like 30 characters who are not in Kowai games are more important, and I'm totally mischaracterizing what this other person said. But Masamune's face is floating around, and his evil mom who tried to murder him is floating around. She didn't hate him as much as this guy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, making fun of my subscribers, it's a great idea. Not really making fun. Having fun! Teasing! Come on, it's all good. We're all friends here. I tell you, the Nobunaga's Ambition series has the potential to be like the my new Panzer General, where I have fun playing the game, but people just keep especially because this is current and people are playing it. So as I'm playing this game, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, don't really know a lot about the game, but I'm gonna try to play it and have fun, and I think I can do fairly well. And anytime I make a mistake, like 4 people come out of the woodwork to be like, man, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm so much better than you at this game. My favorite was the one where, and I think I've explained on camera before now, so just beating a dead horse here, but I thought for a while that your districts and your cities each produced some of all the resources. That one district that you controlled would produce both gold, food, and soldiers. And that if it was an agriculture district, it would produce a little bit of gold and a little bit of soldiers and a lot of food. And if it was a commercial district, it would do a little bit of food, a little bit of soldiers, and a lot of gold. But it turns out it doesn't work that way. If it's a commercial district, all it does is gold. So if you have a piece of land that's very well set for agricultural, commerce, or draft, then the fact that it's good for commerce or draft will not help you if you make an agriculture district. You gotta pick. And for that reason, I was like, Gifu's not a good example because it hasn't been laid out for a very long time, but if we were to look at, say, Kiyosu, you will see how this is a commerce. It's got a rice dealer. That's not doing much. Town Fair does what? Town Fair makes a district suitable for crafts, but Coin Exchange makes adjacent districts suitable for crops and crafts. So it will help this, and this, but it won't do anything for these. And the agricultural districts have the most. And the comment somebody made was like, "You built a cargoman next to in a district next to 3 commerce districts because a cargoman helps everything except commerce." And the answer was, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So there's a lot of things I'm learning as I go. Here it says adjacent districts pops up. Why does it only pop up for that one and not for these others? Because this does stuff with your adjacent districts. And in this case, this makes adjacent districts suitable for crops and crafts. And it's telling you, hey, you got one with crops and one with craft. You've also got one with, whatchamacallums, conscripts, but that's not going to help. So it's showing in white, these are the things that are actually aided by that. Like here, for example, the military districts really can't be used to improve adjacent districts. You can do a drill grounds, which just helps with what it's supposed to be doing. Oh no, I guess that's not true. You can build a garden. Makes adjacent districts suitable for conscripts. Well, wait a second. Why would you ever build a drill ground, which is what I built? Well, I mean, a drill ground will help the district, your district itself, as opposed to adjacent districts. Popularity recovers more quickly. So these could actually both have gardens instead of drill grounds. Might actually be smarter, because they would help each other, and I would get that popularity increase thing. But a town fair, working towards a coin exchange. A coin exchange is eventually going to help these districts, but it won't do anything for this. Like here, a drilling ground would be the only thing that would make sense if I wanted to get rid of the no theater, because it's not going to be able to help any other stuff. Here, the cargoman is helping it, because it's adjacent to, and this one also has a cargoman, so that's why this is like a B conscript. These are only C. Well, this is B. But this would be an A if I switched it up. And I could put a cargoman here, couldn't I? No, it's a commercial district. You have to have an agricultural district to do a cargo. So basically what I'm saying is, I've learned a lot more about how these districts work, and I could have planned these cities better than I actually made them. But it was not exactly perfect. So here, like, doing a garden instead of a garden might actually work here. It's the only thing that improves any adjacent districts. So I could tear the drill grounds down and put in gardens, and I would possibly slightly increase the conscript yield, but I would get an added bonus for popularity boost. That might be worth doing. But what I actually want to do with this video, folks, you'll see we've got a quest. We're kind of not getting a lot of moments to breathe. As I've allowed the videos to catch up so people can make comments and let me know, I've gotten some feedback about the historical quests. I did not know this, but we've already kind of gotten off the track. We're continuing to get historical quests, but it's not an all or nothing. You can gain historical quests. Excuse me. You can get historical quests without just flat out losing everything. What am I trying to say? Think. Use your words, JJ. You can, if there's like 10 different historical quests that are set between 1540 and 1550, which there aren't that many, but you could get like 8 and not get the other 2 and still pick up historical quests in the 1550s. So, for example, a lot of the events where we fought against the Saito, and there was 2 different sets of combat against the Saito, we went too soon. We were triggering other things. Okahazama came way early. I was kind of worried that I was moving too slow in this LP and that it was going to be tough to keep people's interest, because this is a kind of a long-term sort of game. But in fact, we moved too fast, and Hideyoshi hasn't joined our force yet, and you need to have Hideyoshi in your force to get a plot event where you get Hanbei, what is his name, Takanaka? yeah, and we didn't get that, and now we've already wiped out the Saito, and I don't think we screwed. I think we'll still get Hideyoshi eventually, but yeah, things are happening too fast. I mean, Hideyoshi should have been in our force before Mitsuhide was, for example. So it's only a matter of time before something becomes unbalanced and we completely lose the historical quests. But I think at some point fairly soon, still too early to abandon the LP and start over, or it's too late to abandon the LP and start over. I think at some point, probably sooner rather than later, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to say, all right, guys, well, we did our best, but now the historical quests are broken, and I'm just going to try to actually win. Which, for me, would probably involve trying to bolster my defenses or negotiate peace with the Takeda and the guys who may or may not become the Usugi and the Hojo, and start trying to push west against weaker clans. But eventually I'm going to get up to these guys who are not the Mori, the Imago. And unless plot events happen with the Imago is a pretty powerful clan too. I'm not really in a great place. I'm saying that I expanded too slowly. Like, I'm saying I expanded too quickly and broke the historical quest, but frankly, I didn't expand as fast as some of these other forces. So I don't know what I'm supposed to have done so much differently. I do need to work on my tactics in battle. I got a complete victory over the Saito and took all of their stuff, but I lost a lot of troops in the process. So what I actually want to do in this video, something we haven't done in a little while, we're going to go visit with all of the created characters, see how everybody's doing. So if you do not have a created character in the LP and you're not that interested, this is a video where I would say you can skip it. It won't do you a whole lot of harm. But I do want to actually go through the list of created characters every so often and check in on them. So to do that, let's go to officers and let's sort by name. And the first one on the list is Akira Hato. You kind of know where she is. Well, except that that's not her at all. She's still with the Imagawa. And because of her low required loyalty, she's sticking with them. She's a veteran officer. She can't quite keep up with her master's way of doing things. And she's in Hakuma Castle. Now, we've made various efforts to hire her, but she's got fairly low overall loyalty requirements. The only way that we're going to get her, and I'm thinking about doing this anyway. I've got, what is it, 1549. I've got about 4 years to take the capital. I don't understand that, since I'm way ahead on everything else. But I got 4 years to take Kanoji Castle, and then there's Ottawa to complete my conquest of Canada here. So, and I don't know that this clan ever comes back and does anything, so I might be safe to finish off this clan. And since I have an alliance with these guys, somebody's also told me I'm good to take over Nagashima, and that after I take it, if the plot event that involves the siege of Nagashima even happens, the plot will take it back and give it to the enemy, just like it gave some of these cities here to the Imagawa at one point. So I should be able to actually possibly grab all this territory here, have a vassal state here, and that would be a good thing if I can do that. But if I had time and I wasn't in a rush to go to the capital to complete that quest, my next focus would probably be to send big old armies. I would save before I did it. I want to try to attack Nagashino, and I want to attack Hikuma, because I'm really trying to get the Matsudaira to take some of this stuff over before the Hojo grabs everything. The Hojo's pretty much already finished off the Imagawa. And I don't think historically it was the Hojo who did that. So the Hojo are kind of messing things up here a little bit. They've taken Kakagawa. I don't see how we can get Koyama from them. to the Matsudaira, but I don't really want to take these for myself. I want to take them. I want to weaken them and let the Matsudaira take them, and then I'll probably have the Matsudaira calling me for reinforcements when the Hojo start attacking them. But I can handle that. Anyway, well, I hope. Jeez, maybe not. So back to this. See, Kirahato is hanging out down there. Now we have Alza Rhine. I don't remember that character name at all, but apparently they have showed up. Oh yeah, there we go. Man, they got big time loyalty. Treasure. They've been given a treasure. They're lord of a castle. Yeah, they're really digging this whole Takeda deal. So Alza Rhine is pretty high up officer with the Takeda. He's in Nakano Castle, which is I don't know where. He may even be out on the march. Because, oh no, he's kind of down here on the front lines. Well, he's attached to this castle, but if anything's going on, he's probably on the guard against the Hojo. This is going to take forever if I don't hurry this up. Atata Orara. Hey, you are, you're the lord of a castle and a veteran officer, but, he doesn't like one of the policies. And, he's actually, that's the force we'll be attacking next, so I would imagine we will be seeing this guy in combat. Then we got Charlton Jaina. We know where she is. She's on my force, and she's been doing a lot of burning with loyalty. This veteran officer gave her treasure. Yeah, she's an Oda girl through and through. But she's been doing a lot of good with us, helping out with diplomacy and stuff. Hasn't been in a lot of combat. I was going to say her intelligence is really low, but that's the slider that shows how long it is before she gains another level. So after Charlton Jaina, we have Kolio Wing. I keep thinking that you're a created officer from the Kolio Wing has like he has a Kenshin portrait, I think. And he's I'm not familiar with that force, but he's proud officer of the Besho clan, and he has been for a while. So I don't know where the Besho clan is. I'm looking for that little symbol. Oh, here they are. He's one of the best officers in a clan that's kind of... Well, I don't know what their diplomatic relations are with these guys, but those are the big power in the region, and they're kind of surrounded. So they may not last that long, or they might last for a while. Corey Hall would be next. And he's got a 20 loyalty. He's plus 11 all treasure what I've received. Can we see what that treasure is? I want to see what they gave him, because that's a massive boost. Lord of a castle, veteran officer. Well, the Uichi, who I think are one of these clans that's, I think they're up in the northeast. Well, what the hell do I know? Oh, no, actually the Uichi clan is pretty powerful. He's one of their finest warriors too. So yeah, you're doing pretty well for yourself there, Corey Hall, getting in with those guys. They actually, at least on the map, they're a lot more impressive to look at than the Oda. The Oda have about 50,000 troops. These guys have almost double, and they've made vassal states out of like everybody over there. Shit, dude. Guys are taken over. Well, they didn't make vassal clans out of these guys. I would imagine that they're enemies with the Imago clan. Yeah, the Oda, I think the created officers may have broken the game, or maybe the game breaks on its own. But I'm like, I'm trying to rush through stuff, which is screwing up the historical events, and I'm still not expanding fast enough to not feel like I'm constantly in danger of getting smashed. Now we got Deshaun Miller. He's another Takeda officer. Not quite as loyal as the guy we were just looking at from the Takeda, but doesn't really get along that well personally with some of the guys there. But he is the lord of a castle. It's good that we can take what we want. I don't know what that means, but it means something. Delicious Tacos is with the Satake clan and wearing a very silly hat. Lord of a castle, veteran officer, wants to create the same world as the leader of this clan, and I'm pretty sure they're over here. And they also got Miliardo, Peacecraft, and the cream of some young guy. This is considering the size of these guys, they've got a high concentration of created officers over here. All right. Dylan Disaster would be up next. Dylan Disaster is working for the guys Nagao, who might eventually become the Uesugi. He's been made kin. Wow. So yeah, they married. They were pretty impressed with you, Dylan Disaster. They actually married you off to Kasumi, who is, you know, not somebody whose stats I can look at right now. So Dylan Disaster got himself a lovely lady bride, and therefore is going to be like loyal to this clan forever. I'm honored to have been made kin. I'm proud to be kin. So that's. I'm proud of my redundancy. Dylan Disaster busily working to destroy Vulture Clan up here, of course. Matter of fact, ooh, that might be happening right now. Vulture Bobo's unit, Hana Shapiro. I think that's another created officer, isn't it? Vulture Bobo is, yeah, it ain't looking good, Vulture Bobo. I do believe that that's the lord of the entire realm. Vulture Bobo is in charge of that castle. Is Vulture being pulled back here to where it's safe? Mitsuhide Aksechi is hanging around there. Vulture, no, it looks like Vulture Bean is probably, if she's not actually in Vulture Bobo's unit. Yeah, Vulture Bean is actually out there on the battlefield with Vulture Bobo. Getting, afraid they're going to get their asses kicked, though. They're outnumbered 9-1. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a clan that lasted longer than they probably would have otherwise. You aren't the same guys, are you? No, you're the Hongongji, whatever. There are a bunch of different forces that I'm all simultaneously terrified of. And the Nagao, the Hojo, the Takeda, like, any of them comes knocking and I'm screwed. In this LP. Like, you know, in the RTK LPs, sometimes there were rough spots, but I always pretty much saw it through. This, I'm not even sure I can win this. Next up is Earl King. He's part of the Hojo. Honored to have been made Lord of a Castle. Veteran officer. They never gave him a gift, but he's just super happy anyway. And he's Lord of a Castle because of his super high pull stats. Fat John is he's marching. Well, I was gonna try to get away from like going into so much detail with each officer, but he's actually in battle, so let's check that out. Whoa! There's a big old throwdown going on over here. The Shimazu are on the move. I wonder who they're trying to take over. Well, they're taking to take over these guys. So what is this clan? It's the Okada clan? The Otomo clan. The Otomo clan has about 32,000. That's even weaker than me. And they're going up against the Takeda, which has about my force. So somewhere in here is Fat John. There he is. He's kind of lagging behind, but because there's a big old attack going on. Was there like oh, it's a gold mine. I'm thinking that the Takeda, sorry, that the see, there's many very small units. Is how they're doing this. But ooh, this looks like it might be Kumamoto. That might be the capital for these guys. It's a pretty big city. Yeah, so the these guys are fighting for their very survival, and Fat John is one of the guys who's going to try to make sure that they don't survive. While we're here, let me take a quick look for JG Mystery. He should be in, yeah, it's kind of chillaxing. I gave him very low required loyalty, which means that the fact that he's in a shitty force not doing anything isn't bothering him as much as maybe it could be. I don't know why I didn't give myself JG Mystery to use. It's my own frickin' avatar. The Last Airbender. Alright, well that was Fat John. Let's go down to Garth Morgan. This guy's sick. He's a sick puppy. Garth Morgan. There's Grim Reaper. There's Garth Morgan. Oh, Heddle Senior moment, folks. He's in my force. Totally freaking loyal, dude. He's got treasure. He has had his own castle in the past, but not all the time. But he likes it because we're pretty progressive. He gets on pretty good with Nobunaga. He's a veteran. It's all good when you're Garth Morgan. Gainon Hojo is not a created officer, but he sounds like it is in my mind because Gainon makes me think he's some kind of Samurai Warriors reference. But the actual next one would be Grimith Reaper. We almost skipped ahead to there. Gomon is working for... Gomon is actually working for the guys that I'm getting ready to... Iga Ninja said to be Sandaya Momuchi's second in command. He was caught and reportedly boiled alive while trying to sneak into Osaka Castle to assassinate Hideyoshi Toyotomi. I was trying to steal treasure. But anyway, Gomon is, of course, bouncing around on his butt in the Samurai Warriors games. And I guess he went to work for Rokaku clan, so we might end up getting him when we take out Rokaku clan. But Grimith Reaper here is the one that we were looking at next. He's not a warrior in this game, but I let him talk his way into getting all these freaking skills. And now he's veteran officer, treasure ring, what he receives. He no longer actually has his own castle, though. Go Away is on the march, so probably means that he is part of this force that's gathered here that thought I was getting ready to attack. I was mobilizing against the Saito, so they kind of came over here to keep an eye on that situation, I think. But there he is. Yep, he's leading troops. They had him all ready to go. Or he might be getting ready to do something else. He might be getting ready to attack us. This guy here, I don't know where he thinks he's going, but it looks like he's heading back after he'd come down here to park along the border. So yeah, any passage between our territories involves the mountains right now. It's not the easiest territory to cross. Damn it, can't talk. Anyway, moving on to Hans Verst. No, wait, we gotta do Hans Shapiro first. We actually have two different Hans. Or I guess Hans Shapiro. I got him on my list, but maybe he just hasn't popped up yet. Hans Verst is some dude. He's got exactly the loyalty that he needs, but somebody's trying to hire him. Was that me trying to hire him? Yeah, that's right. I remember making some vague play towards getting Hans first. Which force is he with again? I've lost track of him, but I do remember making a vague effort to try to hire Hans first. I saw you around somewhere, Hans Verse. We were gonna work on, yeah. Well, J4W Pirate is not that happy either. At some point, I could have sworn we were trying to hire Hans Verse, but I don't know where he ended up. He wasn't with the Hojo. Huh. Weird. That's strange. Yeah, sorry. It's gonna go on forever, but I lost track of Hans Verse here. He's in, he's with the Nanbu clan in Sanohe Castle. I can't even figure out where that clan... Somehow, for some reason, every time I see that clan symbol, like, I forget where they are, like, 30 seconds later. And I couldn't have been trying to hire him. But, yeah, he's, like, their best dude, which... Oh, well... So... He must have learned. He must have improved more than Uncle Baldo did, because that's the clan Uncle Baldo ended up with. Anyway, all right. Well, Hans Verse stayed up some time. Let's go. J4W Pirate. We just saw. He's actually in the Honganji Temple. This is a weird group that kind of split around different places. Because they represent a religious sect as opposed to like a traditional clan. But J4W Pirate joined up with them. It's good that we can take what he wants. So he's just kind of crazy dude. He's out there living with the crazy religious monk, warrior monk dudes, not joining in with any clan. So that's the thing that you can do if you are so inclined. He's like some kind of like crazy Shaolin monk kind of dude, except that it's not China. So it's not really Shaolin. So, you know, please don't jump all over my case. JG Mystery's next, but we already kind of checked on him. Jason Urogi. Let's see, he's with the Nagao. He's a ninja. He has different visions of the nation. He can't see that clearly, though, because he's got all this ninja shit covering his eyes. He can't quite keep up his master's way of doing things, but he is the lord of a castle. And he's a veteran, so he's reasonably happy. After him, we have Xiao Long Yang, who's hanging out with the Oichi. And we kind of commented on they've controlling a great deal of the far western part of Japan, cowboy territory. He has pretty low required loyalty, which is the only reason they're able to keep him happy, because he's lord of a castle and he's been around for a while, but he doesn't really get on that well with those guys. Next up would be Kaidaya Kaidaka. Where are you at? He's lord of a castle, and getting on pretty good with the rest of the Shimazu. Oh, she, I should say. And she is also marching. I'm not going to go take another look at that battle because we know there's this one huge battle going on right now between the Shimazu and their neighbors to the north, so I'm sure that she's part of that. So let's just keep going here. We got Conringo. See, look at all these lovely lady officers out there. Representing sisters between themselves. Katsuie, who now burns with loyalty. Yeah, he's gonna be good for a while. So back to finding Conrango. See, I just keep thinking that all these women are created officers, but no, this game really throws in a lot of female officers if you don't see. And there's Charlton Jaina again, because as it turns out, when they're just giving portraits to all these children of lords, like, you know, they keep having daughters who they don't have unique bios for each one, but they use the portraits from that. Let's see, Kicho has a portrait. Sorry, an actual bio, but like this person does not. So all those female pictures, that's why they had to have so many. See, here's a child of Motonari Mori. It might be part of what's breaking this is I'm letting women be officers, and that's probably really helping some clans and really hurting others, because if they don't have a long list of daughters of the Lord didn't have a lot of daughters, or history didn't record them, then that force will just have far fewer officers. Anyway, Conringo is who we're trying to find. Conringo with the super sweet bucket head. He's with the Ichijo clan. I don't really know who they are. He's married. So you are another guy who oh shit, dude. That ain't right. He doesn't get along with his master, can't quite keep up with his way of doing things. He's been captured in battle. Somebody's trying to make him discontent. He's lord of a castle. So if he's married, I don't get it. If he's married, why doesn't he have the part of a, like, I'm proud to be a part of the clan bonus? Like, they gave him a daughter to bring him into the clan, and he's still ready to bolt on them. What a dick. What's your problem, Conringo? You're in Tsukumo Castle. There should be a way to actually go to this person's location, but I don't know how to do it. So, Tsukumo Castle, and they've got this kind of green cobra logo. There they are. He's been captured in battle. Oh, he's probably, yeah, he's trying to fight the Chosokabe. Yeah, if you're a Samurai Warriors fan, they got that weird dude who, like, plays some kind of Japanese banjo as a weapon. That's his clan. Despite them always portraying him as being like this crazy-ass rebel against authority, he actually comes from a really powerful clan that just didn't happen to, you know, be able to stand up against Hideyoshi. So this is where he's at. I don't understand how he can be that. Yeah, his loyalty is like in the crapper. He's not marked as being kin, though. So he married Tsuki. I'm wondering if we can find Tsuki. Maybe she's not a character. Maybe once she got married, she stops being a character on her own. Well, she wouldn't be a maiden anymore if she's married. Unless, you know, they honeymoon someplace where they couldn't get any privacy, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's I don't know what to make out of Conringo's situation, but it's interesting. Moving on now down to, and it takes longer as we get further in towards the middle of this big long list of officers. Conringo is done. Now, next is Kyosuke Morikawa, but we actually know what's going on with him too, sort of. Or at least he's come to our attention. If he's who I'm thinking is. No, never mind. I mixed up with somebody else. Kazuki Morikawa is with the Nanbu. He's pretty satisfied. Lord of a castle, veteran officer. Gets on well with his master. But then he can't keep with his master's way of doing things. And his liege has a different view of things. So it's like he likes his master personally, but he disagrees with his politics, and I just completely backed all the way out, which I didn't mean to do. Shit. Now we gotta go all the way back down again. Because I'm not gonna go look up his castle. He's not in battle or anything. He's just kind of chillaxing. Lord Grimaldus would be next. What's cool is that if he becomes Lord Grimaldus becomes Lord of a castle, he'll be Lord Grimaldus. It's Lady Sanjo. With a Sanjo on her knee. Here's Lord Grimaldus. He's a Grimald. Oh, yeah. He's Lord of a castle. Gets along well with his master. Veteran officer. We will be coming to blows with the Azai before this is over, unless the history breaks down completely. So keep an eye out for that. But the Azai are currently at peace with their neighbors, as far as I know. He's 31 years old and has been serving for 16 years, so he's been a career dude. Lu Bu has been with us. He likes his treasure. He gets on well with Nobunaga. He's got that veteran officer bonus going. So we shouldn't have too many more troubles keeping Lu Bu in line, but he is Lu Bu. Next up, we got, you have a bio? No. We've got Masaki Sakai and a bunch of ladies. Masaki Sakai. I don't know how much longer you have, but and I love your hat. Did I already go past him? M-A-S-A-A. I think I already went past him. Or he hasn't shown up yet. M-A-S-A-A-K-I. Sakai. Oh no, there he is. I have his name spelled wrong. No, I don't. Never mind. Yeah, there he is. So he's with the Hojo. Hojo are doing pretty good. He's a veteran, and he's Lord of the Castle. He doesn't appear to be on the march, and there are a bunch of Hojo on the march, so I'm not going to bother to go look up in detail. But yeah, he's another guy who's the Hojo are treating their people right, like Dairy Queen. Master Miller. I have this vague notion that I could try to hire Master Miller, but I think I just haven't had a great deal of luck with hiring officers that are already working for a force. But there he is. He's right on the bubble. Somebody's trying to hire him away. I can't remember if it's us or not, frankly. He thinks his master is interfering in the land of retainers, which sucks for him. He's Lord of a castle, but short of giving him treasure, they've done what they can to help out, but no. He doesn't really just fit in that well. I think he'd be better working off for Nobunaga, aka Big Boss. After Master Miller, we have Miliardo Peacecraft. Look at Miliardo, isn't? No, here's Miliardo Peacecraft. And Miliardo is with that same force that Delicious Tacos was with, just kind of hanging out next to the Hojo and not being attacked by them, so that's good. Lord of the Castle, veteran officer. He's doing fairly well, but if the Hojo just decide they're bored, those guys could go down any old time. Unless they're like a vassal clan, I don't think they are. Man, it's going to be a really freaking long video. I need to check and see how long this video is going, and if it's been going really long, I might just have to have 2 videos worth of catching up. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright, folks, next time, I'm going to finish reviewing the officers, because I went into too much depth, and it's just taken forever. So let Mio Kiso, take us out. She is a child of somebody or other, inheriting their talent. Next time, it's going to be more of this. So, sorry about your damn luck if you don't have a created officer in this. 2 videos a day. Every so often there's going to be a day where you don't have anything to look at. Sorry. But next time I'll finish with the created officers, and, geez, I think I gotta call it a session, a little mini session, and pick it up later. So no gameplay for me either, for you know, if that makes you feel better. See you guys next time. Sayonara.